Hey everybody, it's Chris. Welcome back to the channel. I am feeling so much better, pretty much fully recovered from the strep. I take my last antibiotic today. My throat has always been a little funky ever since I had COVID. That's kind of like my lingering symptom. But, you know, a lot of people had it a lot worse, so I'm not complaining. But so it's still feels a little dry and raspy, but it's doing by all means a lot better, and the strep is probably gone. My partner has it now, so hopefully we don't pass it back around to each other. It kind of just went through the house. So I was gonna take today off from making videos, but there is truth. There's an update on a video game that my son and I play, and we like to play it together. And there hasn't been a big update in a year. And we want to play it together and just enjoy it and chill tomorrow and do that. So I'm going to take tomorrow off. So I am making some videos today. I will have at least one of them uploaded, and the rest I will have scheduled. So you will still get several videos this week. And I like that I have flexibility in my schedule to be able to do that. I like that he's off school, so it'll be fun. He's going to go out of state to visit his brother with his grandparents for a few days later in the week. So we're just going to really enjoy chilling out. And honestly, it's like 89 degrees here, 90% humidity almost. It's so hot and miserable. It's just too hot to be outside right now. So we're going to be inside anyways. Might as well. It's not raining. We've been getting a lot of rain lately, but so with the weather, you know, we're staying inside in the day a lot, going out earlier and later. So yeah, we'll do that and have fun. Anyways, this is Amber's video. Sorry for that rant. The one she did yesterday, forcing myself to eat for 12 minutes straight on semi-glutide. This is clearly just a clickbait title. She absolutely knew what she was doing when she when she uploaded that title. You know, this woman really wants you to believe that she doesn't eat as much as she does. She constantly tries to distance herself from the people on my 600-pound life, and she's actually just like them. Anyways, so I don't know if she's going to say her weight in this video. I don't believe the weigh-ins. I think she's probably about 40 pounds, 50 pounds heavier than what she's claiming. Guys, there is just no way she's only 75, 80 pounds more than what she was in the later part of the crystal era. There's just no way. She's that much heavier in her legs alone plus. So you know, it would do her a lot of good to just be honest, but there's not much honesty in girl world. So yeah, I'm gonna do her. Gonna try to get an April video out today. I need to go back and look at Alex, and there's a couple things going on in fat activism, and it's like Foodie, I can't keep up with her and her shit show. So I'm gonna try, see what I can do, but you know, that stuff will be coming down the line. The Alicia Doherty stuff will be coming down the line too. She's really being a bit of a pill right now for people. So yeah, but anyways, Amber sped up for time. I'll link her full video down below in case I skip anything. Sorry about the long intro. Let's get into this.
Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. So I am going to start saying the dates in these videos so people don't have to be confused and start matching up timelines and making sense of it all. So I'll just...
Sorry. Didn't mean to stop already, but she can say the date and stuff, but that doesn't mean we're not going to get old content. She could very easily say today's date, but still stick in clips from like 2, 3, 4, 8 weeks ago, because she stockpiles, and also she's not really losing weight, so there isn't much of a change in her appearance.
Tell you, today is Monday, June 10th. So hello, welcome to the
week
vlog.
behind.
It is hot outside. My hair ain't it. I really want my hair to be down right now, but it's just, when my hair is down, I'm literally like 50 million degrees hotter than I need to be. As I'm standing here wearing long sleeves, not only are they long sleeves, but also it's black and I'm wearing black pants. But you know me, I don't.
Amber thinks that black is slimming, but with her, I think that ship has sailed a long time ago, and her hair is really, it's not looking good. It looks like she tried to crimp it and stuff, but it just, it looks so thin and dull. There's no like shine or luster to it or anything. It's just, it's really not what it used to be, and her hair is nowhere near as thick and healthy as her mom's.
Makes sense half the time. So I have a couple updates. My semaglutide shot gave me a bruise, and this is the first time that's happened to me. And as soon as my mom gave me the shot, like it started itching, and that also has never happened.
That means she could have like hit into a little bit of muscle or into the fat wrong. Could have hit a vein, or like nicked a vein or a nerve ending or something like that. Sometimes, you know, you just get a little bruise from an injection and stuff like that. And if maybe the medicine temporarily was sitting a little closer to the surface of her skin, it can cause an itch or an irritation. She's not allergic to it at this point. Things like that happen. You know, you just got to be real mindful about your technique when you're doing an injection and stuff. But it happens. It happens with the best of us, you know.
So I immediately was like, okay, this is a little different than last time, but I'm pretty sure it's just like a normal thing, like it happens to people. So we're good, but I currently do have a little bruise. And
oh, Amber has a little bruise. You know, isn't it amazing how absolutely massive these girls are and stuff? And there's always that lore around like big people, like big guys being strong and tough, and you know, and it's just not true, right? These girls are so big, but they are so absolutely like frail and fragile, and you know, there's no type of durability, it seems like, at all. They're like, you'd think they were made out of glass or tissue paper or something.
as the time goes on, I'm learning more about semaglutide, which I love learning more. And when people are on semaglutide, it's really easy for them to like not eat enough protein, which very much causes loss of muscle. It causes lots of hair loss, and your girl does not want that. So
Amber, first of all, you already have hair loss from not staying on your estrogen, from your hormones being really messed up because of your size, and from having a very calorically dense yet nutritionally devoid diet. Your your hair is thin because you're unhealthy and you're too big. It doesn't have much to do with the Ozempic. It's only going to get worse, if anything. And as far as muscle, yeah, Amber is strong to a degree. You have to be big to be strong, to hoist around that much weight. But she probably actually has not a lot of actual muscle mass. And is this where we see her start like hanging on to like things like as an excuse to eat? I need to get my micronutrients. I need to get my protein. Amber, you've never worried about muscle wasting a day in your life while you've literally lived on fast food and processed food. Why are you suddenly worried about it now when you're on Ozempic? You can see the excuses starting.
I heard it's really good to stay around 100 grams of protein.
You really need 1 gram. It's like ideal to a half a gram per pound of body weight. But I think it would be very hard, and Amber would not enjoy, because she's a carb girl. All these girls are like carbitarians. But it would be really hard for her to eat like 300-400 grams of protein a day minimum. But she needs to definitely get some. Again, she's never worried about protein in her diet when she's lived on like rice, which isn't the worst offender, but like the ramen and the French fries and the processed packaged meals and like she never cared about protein before, but suddenly she has to worry about protein.
Yeah, just am not good at that at all. So I think today is gonna be my first day where it's like I'm gonna start actually like actively tracking protein.
That's not a bad idea.
I haven't been tracking anything and it's been really freeing, not having to like count calories or Weight Watcher points or this and that. Like I've just been eating what feels right and it's obviously working. So it's like
No, I don't think it is obviously working though, because one, she's horrible at tracking, but two, I don't think she looks any different hardly. Like when you see certain angles, when the angle isn't working and the filter isn't working, she looks as big as she was months and months ago. You know, this is like a lot of lighting and filtering and stuff right now. I just don't think, maybe she's lost 10 or 15 pounds, but I think that that's 10 or 15 pounds from like 550, something like that, not 500. And, hold on, let me see what she was saying again.
I haven't been tracking anything and it's been really freeing, not having to like count calories or Weight Watcher points or this and that. Like I've just been eating what feels right and it's obviously working. So it's like,
and that's the, oh yeah, that's the other thing, is she shouldn't eat what feels right to her, because she has very skewed perception of what she wants and what feels right to her and what's good. This woman thinks that tons of salami and olives and processed packaged pastas and corn chips and corn puffs and stuff like that are good and healthy, because she still only thinks that the only thing that matters in a food is the calorie count. And it's not true. Where those calories come from is important. The nutrition they're packed with is important. The effects it has, that the food that's in it has on your body, on your hormones, on your insulin, you know, like just, which isn't a hormone, just your inflammation, your sodium for water retention, carbs for water retention. It's so much more than just calories. Now, that being said, Amber initially could just start out counting calories and she would see a huge result, but she would actually have to count them and she would actually have to be reducing them. And I don't think she is. But yeah, she should not intuitively eat or listen to her body. Many people, a large amount of people can't, because our food environment is so bad. Our food is so crappy. We eat too much processed, ultra processed food, and you know, Amber's diet is just shit.
like to have to track my protein, it's giving me a little anxiety. It's making me a little anxious because I feel,
is that going to be her new excuse now? Oh, I have to quit because I can't, I'm not losing weight because I can't track, because I'm getting anxiety because of like disordered eating patterns. Dude, you know, she's laying the foundation for several different things that could allow her to quit Ozempic, see a stall, stop losing weight, or actually gain weight.
like usually when I have to start tracking something, it's just like a weird trigger for me, and then that's when I just like give up and then fail. I just am very much in a different headspace.
You give up and fail because you don't want to say no to yourself. You don't want to deprive yourself. And if she gets into this like, I'm in a different headspace thing, I'm so much better, my relationship with food is so much better, like it all come together. I've only been watching Amber for just over 2 years. I've heard her give this same speech maybe 10 times. You know, she said that during the weight loss surgery arc. I have a better relationship with food than ever. My mindset is different. You know, things have like, it's all kind of like sunk in, and my whole attitude is different. I've changed. And then she tells us 3 months later, you know, I was doing bad. You know, I was still struggling. I wasn't doing what I needed to. So it's just like, she lies because she wants to sound better, and then she admits later on down the line, oh, no, nothing actually changed. I was still doing bad. So it's like, I'm assuming that's exactly what's going on here.
I'm more like positive and I just feel lighter and I just feel better.
Amber, you're one of the most negative people I've ever seen.
I do still have triggers, obviously.
Yes, everything triggers you, Amber. waking up in the morning triggers you, and you need mental help for that. And you also need to be honest with yourself and want to deal with that. That's the problem. She doesn't want to deal with it. She doesn't want to deal with the discomfort of telling herself no and not having instant gratification and being a little bit hungry and being uncomfortable and achy when she, walking and stuff like that. She will not do anything that's work or is uncomfortable for her. So, she's never going to have success.
And something about counting numbers is triggering for me. And it's always been triggering for me. But I kind of just want to track for a little bit.
You've had plenty of time and money to go to therapy, honey, and actually get the help, but you don't want to do it.
Protein, literally that's it. See how much protein am I actually getting a day? Like, how much does 100 grams of protein really look like? And also, another update, I don't have any semaglutide symptoms. Or side effects, as people call them. Like, I no longer have not.
No, Amber, you call them symptoms. It's not, people call them side effects. For a medicine, the term is side effect. You are the one who is incorrect. And keep note of this, because she's saying she has no side effects now. God, I'm talking like her. She has no side effects now, but just a week or so ago, she was talking about the exhaustion and how tired she was. And then she's trying to spin how she doesn't have an appetite. It's hilarious. So she has claimed to have side effects, and then now she's saying she's not. So later on in a week or 2 or 3, whenever she admits that she's quit it, is she going to say something like, oh, I didn't have I had some side effects, but, I wasn't sure if that's what it was from. Or I just didn't want to tell you guys because I didn't want you to think I was looking for excuses to quit, when that's, girl, we know that's what you're doing.
Nausea, I no longer feel tired, because the first couple of weeks, it was just making me so tired. Like, I literally have no symptoms. It is like the craziest thing. Like, it feels so much better being on semaglutide than I did when I was on Ozempic. I just felt
it's the same medicine. I know this is like a mixed compound from like a shady med spa, but essentially for the most part, it's the same thing. But I mean, I guess I don't know their entire formula, so maybe I'm wrong.
Sick on Ozempic, and I just had several symptoms that I did not enjoy, but I'm not really experiencing that with semaglutide right now.
You don't have symptoms that you don't enjoy from being super morbidly obese, Amber. This is like one of those situations where you need to just, as long as you're not having any of the major symptoms like the gastroparesis or the thyroid cancer or the pancreatitis, if it just comes down to a little bit of lethargy or nausea, something like that, you need to suck it up, Amber, and you need to just deal with the side effects, because the discomfort from the health conditions you're going to start experiencing very soon is going to be worse than the side effects. And she says she has no pain or no discomfort or anything. I call bull if that is actual lipedema in her legs, because lipedema is supposed to be very uncomfortable and painful. And at her, her stage, which is like a whole new stage that hasn't been created yet, it would be horribly uncomfortable. Or the lymphedema with the swelling and the cracking and the seeping and the breaking of the skin breakdown and rashes, and dude, she has to be in a lot of discomfort and pain. She doesn't like to admit that, but honestly, that's gonna only get worse if she doesn't manage her weight and lose weight. She's gonna end up just gaining again. But she needs to just deal with the symptoms of the Ozempic, because the other stuff is gonna get exponentially worse in the long run.
So that's feeling good. Okay, guys, so this is a prime example of I'm not hungry. I literally do not want to eat.
Then don't eat, Amber. I'm sorry, you don't need to worry about eating and getting your protein in and yada, yada, yada. I mean, yeah, it's important in the long run, but you not, only eating once or twice a day or not feeling too hungry for a day or so, it's not the end of the world. In fact, it would do your body a large bit of good, because it would give your body a chance to have a break, to burn through some calories, to do some repairing. Yeah. And also, Is she going to eat like something here, like a full meal? Because if you're truly not hungry, most people would not try to force in a whole meal. They would have like a small snack or a drink or something like that. But Amber has always forced herself to eat through through effects of a medicine that makes her not want to eat. She will literally force feed herself. This is why she needs institutionalized, or she needs somebody to be there constantly to not let her put food in her mouth.
Don't want to drink anything. I mean, I'm trying to get in my water.
Drink your water. Yeah, sure.
So we are doing that. So yay. I'm just like staring in my fridge.
She's really doing like she has a whole throwback 80s look today. Not with the winged eyeliner, but with the eyeshadow and the lipstick and the super giant scrunchie, like has her hair like a foot off of her head and the crimped hair. She's really giving 80s, which is not a bad thing. I don't think she pulls it off well. It would look good on someone else.
And in my freezer, and I'm just like, girly pop. Girly pop. You need the protein. The protein.
Girly pop, how about girly stop? No, she said, I need the protein. That's her excuse now. I have to eat because I need the protein. Amber, I think you'll survive a few days without eating protein. I mean, on any given day, your whole life, you've eaten very little protein because you mainly eat takeout food and pastas and stuff like that. So
that's all I hear in my brain is protein. So I do have these guys.
Those are actually really good. I like the Premier protein shakes. I actually, because they're expensive, I want to start doing some fasting into my diet plan. And I did start back on my diet today, guys. I got off of it for about a week or so with not feeling good and all that. And I'm back on the wagon today. I just have felt like crap and I'm ready to feel better and start losing weight, being like really, I want to take a big chunk of weight off in the next couple of months. Maybe I'll do a video explaining what I'm doing and stuff. But, they actually on Amazon, you can get the Premier protein powder and it's really good. I mix it with water or almond milk and it is really good. And it does, because unlike Amber, I have to eat very low calorie because of my size and my sedentary job and my hormonal issues, my PCOS, my metabolism is very low. So until it's higher, I have to eat very low calorie. But these are a good way. I'm not looking forward to that, by the way. But these are a good way to at least get, a set amount of protein for not that many calories. They're not bad.
I had these in my fridge for...
And in fact, if I remember, I will link my Amazon affiliate link in the comments. The big protein powders from the Premier Protein that I bought.
A minute or two. They don't go bad until February 17th of 2025. And this has 30 protein, so
Amber, she's so dumb. They have 30 protein? 30 protein? What, Amber? What protein? 30 pounds? 30 ounces? $30? 30 nanograms? 30 millimole? It's grams. I truly think she doesn't know. That's why she just goes, they have 3 protein, because she doesn't know and can't be asked to look up that it's measured in grams. But the way she talks is so, 30 proteins. Oh my gosh. But that isn't bad.
Starting off my day, even though I've been awake for literally hours, but starting off my day with this is the first thing that goes inside my body.
I don't believe that, not for 1 minute. She's probably already had a pack of that salami and some of those frickin' chips dipped in that dip. I don't believe it.
Might be something that I have to adjust to, because these are not my favorite thing in the world. But if I can get 30 protein,
she tried these and talked about which one she liked and oh my god, look at this frickin' this lip pursing, she's hot shit, just kills me. But she did taste tests on these and she said the chocolate peanut butter one was so good and that she liked it a lot. She said that out of all the flavors, this one's her favorite. So I don't know why she's acting like she doesn't know if she likes it or right now. Is she trying to write these off on her taxes too? Because she has definitely tried these before, and somebody who's more motivated than I am right now could go back in her videos just from when she was with Jade and see her talking up several different videos this Premier protein, particularly the chocolate peanut butter.
in my body before I even eat anything. Like, these are only 160 calories. Like, I low-key hate that I have to do it, but like, I have to do it. I don't want to lose more hair. I don't want to lose muscle. Like, I want to do this.
Amber, you don't have to worry about losing muscle. Your body, yes, you will lose a little bit of muscle most of the time when you lose weight, but your body is not going to eat only what little muscle it has. When there is an exponential amount of fat, it will go through the fat primarily first, and you've got so much fat to lose. You just don't need to worry about losing muscle. You need to worry about losing fat. You were never worried about muscle before. God, is this like another one about like, because he channels Alex Rodriguez and her muscles, like these girls in the muscle? Like, Amber, you probably have no muscle, little to none. You're like a big giant like squishmallow. So I'm like, not trying to be mean, but like, worry about like muscle and stuff once you get a significant amount of weight off. Right now, your body is just really gonna primarily try to burn through that fat. And it is normal to lose a small amount of lean muscle when you lose weight. But right now, I don't think she needs to worry about that.
The right way. So, all right, 30 protein. Here we go. You got to shake it. By the way, this.
Oh my God, guys. Do you see what I mean? Like, look at this bot. I'm not trying to be mean, but there is no way this woman is only, because you got to remember, this is only the top part we're seeing. Her legs are as big around as like her calves are bigger around than my 12-year-old son. And I'm not trying to be mean. It's a physical descriptor. Her legs alone are probably 100 pounds bigger than when she was with Crystal. So there's no way she's only 80 pounds bigger. And you can't tell me looking at this that she's still not like 540. Somewhere around there, because the filters don't filter this. They don't know how to do with this.
This time is not accurate at all in the slightest. Right now it says it's 8:10. I promise it's not.
She's literally as wide as her big ass refrigerator. Amber, I wish she was making actual changes. This Ozempic could be really great for her, but I think it's just another opportunity she's squandering. She's going to run out of opportunities or the ability to squander them, because a health situation type deal is actually going to hit and she's going to be screwed.
Not 8 in the morning and it's not 8 at night. Alrighty. Cheers. Wait a minute. I was expecting to be like, ew, but you know what?
See, again, this is a lie. She's tasting it like she hasn't had it before. So what I was expecting to be, ew. Back when she was with Jade, she was putting these Premier proteins in coffee. She was drinking them straight. She reviewed them several times. Like, this is just like, is she just trying to like be able to write them off on her taxes? I very specifically remember her saying the chocolate peanut butter is her favorite.
This actually tastes so good because I don't have as much sweets as I used to. And I'm telling you,
Amber, we just saw you drinking Starbucks and eating freeze-dried can. Oh my God.
I used to be a sweets girly every single day, but this chocolate peanut butter Premier protein.
Yes, you've already had it several times. And I remember, like, even she said, I think it was like the birthday cake one and stuff. She wasn't like, she didn't love and stuff like that. Like, these are not false memories.
She kind of slaps. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, I'm actually gonna enjoy this. So I'm actually about to.
Yeah, Amber, because you know you like it, because you've had dozens of them. And so, like, why? I don't know why. Why would she lie about something like that? Why would she lie about something like that and make it seem like she's never had them when we know she has? And it just bothers me that she's this grown-ass woman. And I'm not, like, I don't think people should act all old and decrepit once they get over the age of 30. But she's like a 30-something-year-old woman to be saying, oh, like, oh, it slaps and stuff. I'm sorry. Like, it's crazy. She doesn't realize how moronic and stupid she sounds. Like, Amber, say something, give an actual descriptor, talk a little bit like you're in your 30s, like you have some semblance of intelligence. Like, oh, that slaps. It's just, and I hate it when young people say that. It's not appropriate. Like, just, ugh. Anyways.
to have a meeting through Zoom. And then after the
What meeting did she have? She never said that. People are going to be like, what meeting? What meeting? Do you think it's with a new doctor or a therapist, or do you think she's lying? Like, what did she have a meeting for? I never caught. Did she ever say why? I don't know.
meeting, I'm probably going to eat something because I'm feeling like I need a little like texture in my life. It's not that I'm really hungry because, like I said, I'm not.
Amber, you don't eat food because you want texture in your life. If you want texture, buy a blanket or something that has a texture. You don't eat because you want texture. See, it's another excuse. And if you weren't hungry, if you truly weren't hungry, don't eat. Yes, you'd be fine to go without eating for many, 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 many days. You would survive and you wouldn't wither away and die from lack of protein.
Not exactly hungry. Like my hunger cues are very far and few in between.
That's the other thing. Hungry. Like I said, she sounds like she's gonna start honking like freaking goose. God, Amber would be like the prize goose for as big as she is. Her liver probably looks like absolute foie gras at this point, no joke. So I guess maybe the honking would make sense.
And sometimes I know that like I need to eat just because I know I need to eat. So
no, you don't need to eat, Amber. You need to eat when you are well and truly hungry. You don't need to eat just because, oh, I need to eat because I need to eat because it's breakfast time or it's lunch or, oh my God, it's like dinner and I didn't have lunch. No, that's like that's bad dietary advice that we've been given over the years, that you need to eat at least 3 meals a day and snacks. No, most people don't like that. That's bad advice, but she's going to listen to anything that gives her the excuse to eat as opposed to not eat.
I will definitely show you guys what I'm having. Okay, yay, meeting is over. It went really, really good. Now I'm gonna make something to eat.
If you're not going to tell us what the hell it was about, Amber, don't mention it, because she's talking about this meeting and she knows everyone's going to go, what meeting? What the hell kind of meeting? And it's like going to drum up engagement and stuff. And then I guarantee in the next video or two, she'll be like, a lot of people were asking like what meeting I was having, and she'll use it as content.
I will show you guys what it is and the protein count on it. So I'm gonna make some Brussels sprouts, some of this roasted cauliflower and cheese ravioli, and chicken sausage. So this is how the Brussels sprouts and the jalapeno chicken sausage is looking so far.
I need to try those shaved Brussels sprouts though, because I love Brussels sprouts, and the chicken sausage isn't that bad. I mean, I know it's processed, but in the grand scheme of things for what Amber eats, it's not too bad. I think she gets the like chicken and turkey and stuff because she thinks it's healthier. It's really not much different than like a pork or a regular sausage, to be honest, at that point. The pasta she absolutely does not need because she has a problem with pasta and carbs, and she overeats, and she's probably very pre-diabetic, probably on the verge of being type 2 diabetic. She just needs to focus more on cutting out the carbs and stuff and just focusing on lots of vegetables, lots of meats, and some good fats and stuff like that. Some fruit, like just yogurts, things like that. Try to really get her to where she's learning to eat more satisfying, healthy things, get some nutrition in the body, and start replacing the processed, the packaged, and those type of things. Like her bags of pasta she gets at Trader Joe's are just very processed. Like if she's going to eat a carb, I'd rather her eat a potato with supervision, of course, because we know how dangerous those are, or a sweet potato or some pumpkin or squash or something like that. Even a measured portion of rice or something like that, as opposed to just like a processed carb like a pasta.
I added some,
and this is a huge, like this skillet is full. That's a big portion. She could just eat that. Honestly, guys, she could eat that whole thing and it would still probably only be about 750 calories, 800 calories. And it, by all accounts, she could eat that as like one meal a day. That's a very filling meal. Or she could just eat half of that. She really doesn't need the pasta at all.
Onions, some minced garlic, pepper, and a little bit of tapatio, We have the raviolis boiling. So if I was to eat this whole meal, which I'm not, but this is how I'm getting my protein. If I was to eat this whole meal, it
Yeah,
would
guys, that's how she's getting her protein. Boy, that's going to be such a trope now.
be 76 protein, but I'm actually going to split it into 2 meals, which I'll show you guys when it's finished.
Is fine, yeah.
So 76 in total means it'll be 38 for half, 38 protein. So that means after this meal plus my Premier protein from earlier, that means I've had 68 protein.
I like that she is focusing. I think it's a good thing for her to focus on protein and stuff, because if she really is trying to get a minimum of like, it's going to force her to eat more meats and things like that, and replace some of the carbohydrates with meats, eggs, things like that, which is, it's a good thing for Amber.
So, you know what? It might be easier than I thought. I'm sorry, but this looks absolutely hilarious. But you know,
like she doesn't need the pasta. There's 1, 2, 3, 5 of those big ass pastas on there. If she was more under control and stuff, she could just eat maybe like 3 of them. But you know she's gonna eat them all plus more. I would rather her just skip the pasta, eat the Brussels sprouts with the chicken. You could even add a little cheese or some other veggies and stuff in there. Just I would skip the pasta. But it's not the worst meal I've seen her eat. It really isn't.
that's fine. And then here's the other half. All right, we're gonna do a taste test because I've never had this before. So I've actually never tried these raviolis before, so let's try.
And the problem is she likes them. She's gonna get them all the time and binge on them.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's good. Wow.
See, yeah, she doesn't... See, it's not good that she's having that kind of response to that type of food. She needs to stay away from that.
That doesn't need sauce. It doesn't need seasoning. It doesn't need anything because all the flavors in the middle with the cauliflower. Whoa, that's good. All right, so now let's try the Brussels sprouts with...
Yeah, just put cauliflower or cauliflower rice and spinach in with that chicken sausage mixture and just skip the pasta. That would have been good.
The jalapeno chicken sausage. That slaps. Now let's try all of it together.
Stop saying slaps, Amber. You know what I mean? I'm not wishing violence, but I wish Amber's food actually did slap, like physically. Can you imagine? Maybe she would lose some weight if every time she ate something, it reached up and slapped her, because, I mean, God, she'd be getting slapped too many times to count. Maybe she'd get sick of it and it would make her eat a little less.
A big bite, but you know what? We're gonna go for it.
Oh my god, Amber.
Oh my god.
She's trying to cash in on Foodie's feeder fodder right now.
Dang, this all goes so good together. Am I already full? Wait, I'm not even joking.
Do you believe that Amber was full after 2 bites and a ravioli?
Ugh.
Okay, perfect example. Let's say she is full, okay? She just started eating that. She's full. Use it with the Ozempic the same way you would a gastric bypass. You're full, you only ate a few bites. Okay, put it away. Put it on the cut, let it cool down, wrap it up and put it in the refrigerator for later. Start making smaller portions. If she is truly full, she should not eat anymore. It's okay to leave things on your plate, to not finish. See, this is why people get into the habit of overeating, because she's going to want to keep eating because she likes the taste and stuff. I am not a member of the Clean Plate Club. I was always told you have to clean your plate and stuff, and that teaches people to eat past their fullness cues. I never tell my son to keep eating. I always tell him if he's full, it's okay. He can finish it later, or we'll eat it or something like that. I always tell him not to force himself to eat. If there is something left on his plate, it is okay. So she should absolutely, if she's truly full, not keep eating.
So this is going to be a feat to eat. It's super freaking...
Well, so there is, she's going to force feed herself. This is going to be a feat to eat because I'm full. Amber, then you shouldn't be eating it And I would say that to a thinner person too. If you're truly not hungry, don't eat. See, this is why she's not really losing much weight. This is because she's force feeding herself. This is why she's never going to lose any meaningful weight. And
tasty. Like, I'm gonna give this 11 out of 10. Like, I actually became a chef. But it's like, my appetite is no longer. So
well, then you should stop eating. She's going to eat it because she likes it.
I'm gonna actually eat this very slowly and enjoy it and get in my other 38 grams of protein.
Eat it later, Amber. Just have another protein drink or eat it later. She's using this whole, God, how long is this going to last? She's using this, oh, I got to force myself to eat it because I got to get my protein. Girl, there's days you probably didn't have any more than like 8 grams of protein because you lived on frickin' ramen and those little Uncle Ben's rice cups and stuff like that. So, oh, God.
Protein, but that's actually really good. Like, after having this bowl and then just that shake, 68 grams already. Okay. All right, guys, it took me about 30 minutes to finish.
So she ate all, and that's a big bowl. Like, her serving bowls, guys, and her plates are really big. And she ate all 4 or 5, all 5 of those big raviolis, plus almost that whole bowl of food, which would be very filling. After she said, after the first like one, that she was full. So this is why she probably force fed herself, if she truly wasn't hungry, about 650 calories, 700 calories that she technically didn't need to eat. If she just would have stopped, she would have been in a deficit. Oh my God.
Finish this. I am stuffed. I can't eat
adult.
anymore, but I am excited for my leftovers tomorrow, which I've been having cool down.
Or she's lying and just acted like that because she wants to seem like she's changing.
So I can close this and then put it in the fridge. I need to make a very big disclaimer. I know I'm heavy on the I'm not hungry today. It's 2 days after I took my semaglutide injection, and that's usually like when it really hits, where I'm just like, what's food? What's like, really, what is food? Why do we need it? Like,
I think she's probably sitting there actually getting mad that she's not feeling hungry and not enjoying food as much as she likes to. I think it really bothers her. I think that's why she quit last time, because it was working and she doesn't want anything to take away the one thing she loves and prioritizes in life, which is food and eating. That being said, if at the 2 or 3 day mark, if that's really when the medicine is kicking in and working at its best for you, you should use those days to definitely eat a lot less and do some type of essentially fasting or fasting mimicking, where you're only eating 500, 600, 700 calories that day. It's okay. You'll live. It's not going to hurt you to only eat 700, 800 calories 1 or 2 days a week, and that will put her in a deficit and get her used to eating less.
you guys have watched my journey throughout the years, and I think you guys know more than ever.
And it's been an epic failure.
If it's working for me, it's probably going to work for pretty much anybody. I know I haven't even been on it for a full month. We're getting very, very close. We're like maybe 5 days away. But like already in the time that I've been on it, it has changed my life. Like,
that's what you said about the weight loss surgery program. And you were saying about the Weight Watchers and the Optavia and just Jade being there and living with you and her support and just other random episodes of calorie counting and whatnot. Oh my God, everything's changed. My whole life is different. I'm such a changed person. Like, I was like this all my life, but in a day I'm better. Like, we've heard this all before.
Actively, it has changed my life already, and I just feel so good and positive.
But Amber, if it really did, we would see changes. Like, I feel like when we see her candidly, that you can see that she hasn't lost much weight. Like when she uses the filters and the lighting and the angles, yes, her face looks slimmer. But when you see those little sneak shots in the car, or when her mom's filming her, or when someone else gets her from a certain angle, she doesn't look much smaller. So if it really truly did change her life so much and was working, she would have lost more weight. She would be seeing more results in a month. If this was really helping her and she was eating the way she's proclaimed a few times, Amber seriously would have been down about 40 pounds by now. 40 or 50 pounds in the first month. And that's not crazy because she is that big. She's barely down
It's
20. We can hardly see it. And up until Mama Lynn said she had lost 19 pounds and was getting a bunch of praise, Amber was only down, what, 11 or 12? Suddenly in the past few days, she's like picked it up. I don't know. I find it hard to believe, guys. I'm sorry. I wish things were different. I wish she was actually changing. It's just we're all very jaded with her at this point.
honestly mind-blowing, truly. Since being on semaglutide, I have lost 22 pounds.
Which, I'm sorry, Amber, is poor. At your weight, it's poor. You should have been down at least, like I said, a month in, 35 or 40 pounds.
In a little over 3 weeks. And I know for a fact that would not have happened if it wasn't for this like miracle drug. It's honestly magic. It really.
Okay, but you can't let the medicine do everything for you. You actually have to like learn while you're on it. Change your diet. Stop eating all the processed crap. Stop snacking. Stop forcing yourself to eat when you are actually not hungry. So it's going to be a waste and it's going to be lost. This is a good opportunity for her that she's just blowing.
It is. And not only do these weight loss injections help with people who are morbidly obese, they help with so many other things as well. I'm not going to be Dr. Lynn over here, but definitely do your research if you're thinking about doing it or if you just want to know more about it. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I'm thoroughly an advocate for this. All right, you guys, it is time for my next meal, or whatever you want to call this. I literally...
Are you actually hungry this time?
This is probably very much a girl dinner right now.
Her trying to jump on these freaking TikTok trends. Girl dinner, guys. It's so pitiful.
Broccoli, carrots, some jerky, some of this artichoke and jalapeno dip.
I don't mind, like, the vegetables are great. A little bit of dip with the vegetables, yeah, that's fine. Even a little bit of jerky here and there, but she's eating a bunch of jerky and processed pasta and salami, and she just eats a lot of stuff that's very refined, full of added preservatives and sodium, the olives and stuff. She just has to, I would stay away from it if I were her.
Some mini peppers, some of these chili and lime tortilla chip type deal.
And she doesn't need those. Instead of eating those frickin' tortilla chips, which shouldn't be in her house, it's just like a roll. They're imitating Takis. Have more vegetables. Add more vegetables onto that plate. Allow yourself a little bit more dip, you know, so have some freedom with that. Or make add a couple like hard-boiled eggs or something like that. There's so many better choices. She could skip these frickin' chips. That's what they are. They're chips.
We have some of these garlic and jalapeno stuffed olives, some coconut strips, and strawberries. So
yeah, all in all, it's not too bad. She just needs, like, give up the frickin' chips, girl, and the jerky. Skip the jerky. Do a like I said, a boiled egg or something like that.
This is what I am eating. All right. So
eggs.
here it is. I measured the...
There's no way that this is... And see, like, she put the most... There's a lot of jerky on that plate, which is a lot of added sodium. And there's probably actually a lot of sugar in that jerky. And the onions raw, man, she's a savage. I like onion, but I like them. I'll eat them raw and stuff, but I can't just eat them off a plate raw like that. She'd be better. She could have had a bunch more broccoli, a bunch more of the peppers and the carrots and the strawberries, a couple more olives. She could just do so much better. And like I said, do some boiled eggs or deviled eggs, maybe some cottage cheese for more protein. Another one of those, like a chicken sausage or a slice of meat, some chicken, anything but this jerky and chips. And this would be a very good plate. And there's no way that's filling her up.
The things that were important, I measured the dip, and I also measured the beef jerky.
That's good. If she did, that's really good. That's a good habit for her to get into. It's very important. And if she really wants to make long-term progress, especially if she gets down to where she's lost a bunch of weight, I know we're just hypothetically speaking here, she would get to a point where she would really need to measure out and be strict. But right now she's not quite to that point, but I'm glad she's measuring out things like that.
Just used my scale here. So the protein here is about 17 grams. So my 17 grams of protein here, and then the 68 from earlier, we're at 85. So not bad. Having some broccoli with that dip. That's so good. The dip with literally anything just slaps. Mini pepper.
Yeah, I have a bunch of those peppers. I'm going to have
carrot.
some hummus later. They're so good.
Okay, you guys, so I am done eating for the day and for the night. So
There's no way. I'm sorry. If that's true, that would be great. But we would be seeing a lot more scale victories. Yeah. Okay.
I had 85 protein, and that was with me trying. Normally, I never have that Premier protein. So I would have only had like around 50 protein if it wasn't for that Premier shake. So I'm probably going to be having one of those every single day because that's going to help a lot. I know a lot of people are like, Amberlynn, you're so fat. You don't have to eat for days on end. Like, you don't even have to eat for weeks on end.
You don't.
There's so much that food gives us that we...
Like I said, yes, but right now you would be fine. You could take a multivitamin, obviously under a doctor's care, but she could take a multivitamin and electrolytes and fluid, and she could not eat and she would be fine. Right now, Amber, you've never given a crap before about what's in food that it could do for you. Ever. So, like, you're only worrying about it now because it's giving you an excuse to have to eat. You would be fine without that stuff for a couple of months.
Need, and protein is a really good example of that. Like, I don't want to lose hair. I don't want to lose muscle. Like, I'd rather not become weaker. I'd rather not become like thin hair girly pop. Like,
you are a thin-haired girly pop because you're so unhealthy. I'm sorry, Amber, I'm not trying to be mean. Your hair used to be nice, but it looks like poop.
My hair is already thinning out due to like menopause and how much heat I used to add to it.
Yeah,
it's like, I don't want to find
why.
other reasons to like thin my hair out and such. So I'm just trying to do the right thing over here. I'm trying to figure it out.
I used to style my hair every day with heat and dye it and color it and stuff like that. My hair never got thin because of stuff like that because I still took care of it. I was a healthier weight back then. It's because her hormones are so effed because she's so big and because she isn't taking any type of estrogen.
It's one day at a time, and I'm just really proud of my progress. Like, genuinely.
That's your problem, Amber. I've said this before. I'm not going to harp on it too much. Her problem is she's so proud of every little stupid thing. Like, actually delay yourself. Work for hard at something. Be proud of an actual achievement, Amber. Like, stop being so like, yes, it's good to be proud of yourself, but be proud of yourself for something actually worthy of praise. You're so proud of yourself, you know, for any little thing. Like, actually give yourself a goal, something that you would have to struggle with a little bit, and reach it. Then be proud. Not this fake 15, 20 pounds crap. When you've literally lost an actual 100 pounds or so, 100, 120 pounds, you can get on the scale and show us. We can actually see it. And you're not buying a bunch of crap processed stuff and snacks at Trader Joe's. Then, yeah, be proud and show it off. But not now.
I am just really happy that like food isn't like controlling me anymore. Instead, I'm able to look at food.
See, she said this all before. I'm not a slave to food anymore. I have, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like, my mind is so different. She said this all before, and it does. It absolutely does.
And be like, okay, I am literally living and I need to eat to live. I'm not living to eat. And I'm trying
well, then you wouldn't be eating that jerky and those tortilla chips and processed frozen packaged pasta and shit, Amber, if that were truly the case. You wouldn't be going to the healthy restaurant with your mom where your mom and friends are getting healthy stuff and you're getting double mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese, the most unhealthy thing on a menu at a healthy restaurant. Like, you know what I mean? You wouldn't be going to Starbucks and getting sugary drinks. You wouldn't be ordering lemonade. You wouldn't be getting ices and giant popcorn at the movies. Like, spare me this whole spiel.
Find like, what nutrients do I need as a person to feel better? And
you don't need to worry about nutrients right now, Amber. If you just eat whole foods and stuff, you'll get plenty of them. But take a multivitamin and just worry about getting your water, drinking a lot of water. Take a multivitamin and your vitamin D. Eat whole foods and just eat less. Don't start micromanaging nutrients and everything like that. You'll be fine. Just, you need to worry about getting some of this weight off of you. Like, that's the most important thing right now. It really is.
to just become healthier. All right, you guys, it is the end of the night when I'm looking tired as heck. So it's time for question of the day, or questions, plural. What time of the day were you born? I actually don't know. And I've asked my mom this and she doesn't remember. My birth certificate literally doesn't say the time on it.
I think she's lying there because is it different in different states? I know in Pennsylvania, we have all that information on our birth certificate. You know what I mean? Like, you know the day and time and everything you were born, and it's in your medical records. How could your mom not remember? I know that, like, my water broke with Alaric at around between 10:30 and 11 in the morning. And we got to the hospital within an hour. And I gave birth to him at 7:11 in the evening. And I know, like, pretty much what he was like, what? 6 pounds, 2 ounces, 21 inches long. Like, I remember all that. I definitely know he was born at like 7:11. Or is it 7:15? I think my nephew was born at 7:15 because I remember we gave birth around the same time, just years apart. But I think he was born at 7:11 because I remember saying he was like a little convenience baby. Like, because of the convenience store, 7-Eleven. How does her mom not remember that? That's kind of sad.
And I'm just like, how do I find this information? Because I want to know. Did you get a PCP? Yes, I now officially have a doctor here in Oklahoma. Who was that friend you had lunch with? Someone you met at Pride? And actually, no, that's a friend I've had for a while now. And I actually went with them and my mom to Pride. I wonder.
It seems like he eats healthier. He makes healthier options. He's in better shape. Maybe you should ask him to help you with your diets or come over and go on walks with you and stuff, Amber.
How long it will be before she decides she has to quit Ozempic because it's working.
Yep.
Why would I quit it if it's working? That is
because, Amber, you don't want to stop eating. You quit everything. Usually before it can start working, but that's what you did before with the Ozempic. And she's here all acting dubious. Why would I quit because it's working? Because you don't want to lose weight, girl. You're arrogant and you're shallow. You don't care about health. You only care about looks, and you don't want to have loose skin. Like, yeah, you can get it removed and you'll look a lot better, but you don't want to look old and saggy in the meantime, because she would deflate so bad. She would literally look like a deflated balloon. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but she would. And she doesn't want to look like that in the meantime. Like, you know, that in between time between this and when she could get, you know, skin removal and her face, and especially in her face and her arms, she doesn't want to be saggy and old looking. So I think that anyone who gets to that point can save up and get the surgery, but they should be proud. They should be happy. They should wear that skin like a badge of honor, because that's a big achievement to lose enough to get to that point. But she doesn't want it. She was terrified of loose skin back when she was like 370. I mean, what's she gonna look? She's gonna have probably over 70, 80 pounds of loose skin on her. So yeah. Very reason why I'm currently taking it. I want it to work. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know I did. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Yeah. All right, guys. Let me know what you think in the video. Let me know if you think that she has had this miraculous, like, change of heart and she's suddenly doing so well. Do you think she's being honest about her weights? Just let me know what you think in the comments, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen. I will get this edited and uploaded for you, and I will start working on the next video. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.